Hey, what's good everybody, it's Lance again, and I just want to come at you with yet another movie review. Today I'm going to review a film that, honestly, I wasn't all that highly anticipated for. I knew that it had won Sundance like a few months ago, I'm believing like this past January, right? And I had heard some good things about it. Of course, it won Sundance. It won the Grand Jury Prize. And I was just like, well, it seems like there's been a trend in the last few years that the films that have won the Grand Jury Prize have either struggled to get distribution or just have kind of like flew under everybody's radar. So it kind of seems like, I have no idea, like, I hope that that award is not losing its meaning because, it wasn't that long ago that Whiplash had won and that got nominated for Best Picture, right? But anyway, yeah, this is the Miseducation of Cameron Post, starring Chloe Grace Moretz, Sasha Lane, and a whole bunch of other great people. And yeah, this is directed by Desiree Akhavan, who previously had directed Appropriate Behavior. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of that. I actually have not seen it yet, but although I've been meaning to. This is based off of a novel that had also came out. There's some differences from the novel in this movie. However, it's basically a spiritual adaptation or just a true adaptation to the actual novel. I have not read it. However, it's an adaptation. And yeah, so basically what this film revolves around is a young woman by the name of Cameron Post, who's played by Chloe Grace Moretz, is living in a small town in upstate New York. This is the 90s, so it's not exactly taking in modern times. However, it is like in the early 90s, so it's not too far away from now. However, what happens is that she happens to be a gay woman. She happens to be a lesbian, and she has a boyfriend, but then she also has like a lover. She has this girl who also has her own boyfriend of herself. However, they kind of keep it in secret. They're best friends. And then, one time, unfortunately, Cameron's boyfriend busts in on them making out. And unfortunately, what happens is that she just gets placed in a little place called God's Promise, which is like this gay conversion school therapy for people who they claim are confused or whatever like that and need God. And it's just, obviously, I don't know too much about it, but that's basically what it is. It's a gay conversion therapy place. And yeah, so that's basically what the film is about. She meets a lot of people there, and some of the people who she meets, a woman named Jane Fonda, who's played by Sasha Lane, who's kind of like almost one of the rebels, or what you can say, or she kind of knows that, there's no way she's going to change as who she is as a person. And Cameron Post knows that as well. And what's funny about this movie, or what's interesting about this movie, for a better word, is that you follow this character, but then you understand that she's always true to herself. You know what I mean? Like, she does face a lot of trials and tribulations, and she does go through a lot of mental and emotional abuse, and that's what happens quite often in the movie, is that, this camp is basically ran by camp counselors, and this is like the main woman who has a brother who is actually a reverend. He's played by Gallagher Jr., the Reverend Rick. And Reverend Rick is obviously somebody who feels like he is very strong about, the religious themes and everything like that, very radical, evangelistic. However, he actually was gay himself, or is gay, but he claims to be saved or whatever like that, and he just wants to like basically teach everything to the students or whatever like that. And yeah, that's something that's kind of delves into as well, the idea of obviously, like, you can act like you are converted, but you really are not. You're just, it's one of those things. She also meets Adam, who, along with Jane Fonda, Adam is like this also other dude who kind of just hangs out with Sasha Lane's character all the time, and they go out, they smoke weed, they go on hikes and whatever like that. And Cameron eventually joins them, and it's a whole thing, and I don't want to spoil anything for you, so I'm just going to leave it right there. But I will say that this film is very well done. I think it's very grounded, and what also is interesting about it is that it's also the first out of 2 gay conversion therapy movies that are coming out this year. The latter being Boy Erased, which I have done a trailer review for, or trailer thoughts video for, and yeah, and it's very interesting how this one's going to handle this situation, because this is obviously taking place from a gay woman's perspective. you know, and, you know, she meets these friends and she encounters these people who are basically telling her that it's wrong to be who she is. It's wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong. And they don't just do it that to her. That's other people and other kids in the camp that are faced with this exact situation. Others are more open to changing than others, and you see that. And obviously you kind of see like the act that some of the characters play. You know, Cameron actually shares a room with another person who has been there way longer than she has. However, you know, she knows that she can't change. Like, she knows that she is who she is. Nothing's going to change her or change how she is. But yet, you know, she kind of like puts on a little bit of an act, or just tries so hard to kind of believe that what she has done in the past is wrong. And, you know, there's a lot of that in this movie. And there's a lot to kind of ingest or digest in this like 85-minute movie. And I have to say that, you know, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was so well done. And I believe that Chloe Grace Moretz really does give a really good performance here. Everybody's good. John Gallagher Jr. is good. Who else is good? Jennifer Eel is really good as the main woman, who is kind of like supervising all the children and kind of like watching and trying to convert all of these kids into becoming disciples of the Lord, or just I don't even know, like, you know, it's just crazy. And, you know, to know that these type of places obviously still do exist is just mind-boggling, because I just think that it's just terrible. You know, there's a lot of emotional abuse, and you see that, and there's some stuff that happens that kind of just like opens your eyes, and it's just like, wow, okay, well, you know, it's just really eye-opening, and I think it's really awareful of what it's trying to do. And I think Desiree's direction, along with Chloe Grace Moretz's performance and just everything about it, I think there was not a time where I felt like I was bored at all. The pacing is really good, and I really don't think there was too much, if not any, weak spot in this film. I am very happy I saw it. It was a Q&A. Chloe Grace Moretz was there, the DP was there, Ashley Connor, John Gallagher Jr. was there, and Sasha Lane was there. So it was really like a packed house. And, you know, they talked about it for a little bit. They also talked about how this film failed to get distribution for over 3 months. And it was just at the last minute where Film Rise came in and decided to pick it up, and then eventually Parkville Pictures for the UK releasing. So it's just kind of like, wow, it took that long for a film of this nature to get any distribution offers. I mean, how does that make any sense? It won Sundance. I was, when I heard about that, I was just like, wow, because this film deserves better. It's a really good movie. And I saw it, and I loved it, and I honestly really did love it. And, you know, one of the things they had told us in the Q&A was just tweet about it, tell your friends about it, do whatever you can so that, you know, the platform release can go wide, because it is a platform release, so it really needs a lot of word of mouth. And there's not a lot of ads about this movie. I live in New York City, and I watch a lot of independent films. There was virtually no ads for this film at all. I had to look it up online before I saw the movie, because I had no idea, other than the poster that I had saw, I believe, in an IndieWire article during Sundance, that this film was even going to come out. You know what I mean? So it's just mind-boggling. I think I saw a couple posters in like the East Village, but that was it. Like, you know, there was virtually no ads at all. And I don't know what's happening, but it just failed. Not failed, I mean, it obviously did secure distribution, and I'm very grateful for that, and hopefully expands. However, I am just dumbfounded by the fact that it took that long to get distribution. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. I think I'm just going to say that this film is excellent. I think it's just very good. And I implore everybody to see it, because, you know, obviously we got Boy Erased that comes out later on in the year. However, I think there's room for both of these films, and I can't wait to see that movie. And I hope that you guys all take the time to watch Cameron Post, because it's a great movie. Desiree Akhavan is a talent to be recognized, and I think that she will be coming out with more films soon, and I just hope so she will. Like, I hope that she will, or be able to get to, because it's just, you know, this was a really good movie. and I want you guys to know that, and I would like you guys to see it. So if it's playing anywhere near you, right now I saw it at the Quad Cinema down in Greenwich Village in New York City. I believe it's also playing in the Landmark 57th Street. Please go see it. It's really good, and I implore all of you to do so. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say. If you like this video, please leave a like and tell me if you guys plan on seeing this movie, because you guys should, and it's a really good movie. Or just tell me or anything, ask me any questions, and I'll definitely respond in the comment section below. Also, click subscribe for new videos. That's it. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later, and yeah, have a good one, and peace.